Alright. I am with Ronda. Magnuson.
Yep.
How long you been in Chico?
3 years.
3 years. Do you like it here?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why do you say?
I am in a court case with my child right now and her dad's family. I can't leave. I have got to stay here or I forfeit all my rights to my child. So
Okay.
That's pretty much why I'm here.
Is your family in Chico?
No, my family is. I'm from Bangor, Maine.
Oh, you're from Maine?
Maine.
Oh my gosh. It's so pretty over there.
It's beautiful over there.
I feel like
cold.
Yeah.
Very cold.
Does this scenery remind you of Maine at all?
A little bit, where our trees are a lot higher, actually,
Yeah.
because the sun is further away, so it reaches warm. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
We're mostly wooded area, a lot of lakes and ponds and rivers and stuff like that. It's quite different. I miss it a lot.
Okay, so a year ago, I got a carpet cleaning van because I clean the apartments around here. Like, I parked at the apartment complex because I work there, so I know the manager. He let me park over there. Anyways, I got like one of our vans and drove it all the way from Boston to Chico, and dude, it was the prettiest thing. It was super cool.
Yeah,
I never knew how pretty the East Coast was.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Very
different kind of people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So I brought a notebook. I don't really want to look at it, but I think I'm going to look at it because I'm already lost of what I'm going to say.
I can help you out too. So just.
Okay, then you go, because I'm trying to talk to you.
What you're here for is to talk to us about what's going on with the attitude and the hatred and so on and so forth towards us homeless, which is what I have been now for about 3 years. It's not being looked at like it really is. It's being looked at like not with any kind of understanding of what's going on. I can give you 4 factors right now that are absolutely positively causing this problem. Number 1, it's restraining orders. A lot of these people out here gotten domestic with whatever and had to leave their places. There you go, number 1. Homeless, taking up children. They are taking so many children here, and the parents are then left without their children and their housing. They're out here on the street. Those kids that are going into the foster system, nobody is ever checking on them again. They are now out here. The shelters are the same way. Everybody has an anger and everybody has a hatred, but nobody seems to have an understanding of what they're hating. And that is us. I guess, one more thing, 2 more things actually. The shelter's putting people out. This month alone, there is 6 people added to this street. One 60-year-old man, a 72-year-old man, a young 32-year-old girl, myself. Undesirables. We don't fit the criteria.
Okay, can I say something? I feel like there's first of all, I feel like there's 2 different types of people. I'm just being very general.
Right.
There's ones that feel bad for you for the situation you guys are in, because I feel like mostly what we think of is how you guys get in the situation is drugs or medical bills. If like someone gets hurt and they can't pay medical bills, or lawsuits, or I don't know, just they get in debt.
There's all kinds of reasons.
Yeah.
There's people out here. There was a man back a couple of years ago. His wife passed. They paid rent and what have you. He lost that other income. Mm-hmm. And once that happened, that man was then gone to the shelters and with the attitudes that are going on in there and the people that work there, it really needs to have some serious investigation going on in those places. The services were there instead of the attitudes. It would be a whole different thing. But when you're looking at another person as undesirable or not fitting a criteria, or just drugs and what have you, they made choices. I am clean and sober, as you can see.
Yeah, I feel like you're
yes
much more aware than what I kind of had my perceived.
I'm clean 30 years.
Okay.
I'm sober 16. I have absolutely no want, need, or desire to be out here.
Yeah, who needs that when you got Mountain Dew?
Exactly. And this is, the homeless have gained a lot of respect for me because I do not. But once you're out here to deal with this, I don't care myself. I've got a better reason not to. But the majority of us out here absolutely do not have a reason not to. And when you are freezing cold and you are hungry for days and days on end, you need something to stop that. And I can very well understand that. I walked away from that life many, 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 many years ago. And I don't ever choose to go back at this point in time. But it has been difficult. The longer I'm out here, the more I would like a break from it from time to time. But in my mind, if I do that, I'm lost and I'm stuck. And I'm never coming out, which is what has happened.
Can you explain?
Majority.
Sorry for that. Can you explain again why you have to stay like this? Is with your family, or are
yes?
you? Okay.
I have a young 15-year-old daughter. I was very, very ill. We came west to have her dad's family help us out. We were staying with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
He filed a restraining order on me and had me removed from the apartment. They then took my daughter, and I'm still fighting the courts with it constantly. But I'm street homeless, and they have their opinion of me, whether or not, how many times I say that is not who I am, and I'm not here because of doing whatever. The majority of us are not.
Yeah.
If we had the chance to go in, I can't say there's one of us out here that would not go in.
I feel like, okay, a couple things. One, what I think is there's clearly homeless people that cause issues in Chico because you see it on police reports, but I feel like it's not a person like you. It's like what they always say, like the 1% or whatever. It's the 1% of it's just people who are taking drugs that do cause the problems, and people just automatically categorize that as all this.
Do you know that last week we had a car pull up here and fire shots into us? That was not us. That was not us in any way, shape, form, or manner.
Okay, well, I'm just saying,
But
like,
see, that is saying that some people, a homeless person commits crime.
Yeah.
But, other people commit crimes.
Yeah,
This
but
right here,
it's easy to generalize. Like, if you see a guy who's in his 30s who has his shirt off, or he's, like, being rude in a public place, like, that automatically gets looked at as someone here.
And do you know that person that you're talking about just spent the night with only that shirt and what you see upon his body out there in that cold? In the dark, by himself, freezing to death, no way out. Do you see how your mind works the next day?
Yeah.
See, that's what people are not thinking about what is going on out here and having any kind of understanding of it. It is such extreme suffering. Like me, I have rheumatoid arthritis. I laid here all night and screaming pain. Half pack hurt me. I had a heck of a time getting up this morning. So when you sit there, and a lot of this is mental illness, and I can't say that right now is clear-headed as I am. I don't believe in any means that my mental state is very well, as you can tell. Even speaking, thinking. You get lost in your thoughts. You get lost in everything that's going around you. You get lost in the cold and the hunger and where your life used to be. You know, you get lost in where everything is now. You get lost in the hatred that is around you because these police reports that you see are mainly because we be, not because we are doing things wrong, because none of us want to go to jail. Actually, sometimes I just watched Witness a girl do it last week. She was so freezing ass cold out in this all night that she went and beat on the Jesus Center door.
Yeah.
For almost an hour, screaming at the top of her lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of having help, that girl had to go to jail.
Yeah, well, I feel like
warm.
that's nice to hear, like, that side of the story, because I feel like if I was driving past the Jesus Center and I saw a lady banging on the door screaming, I would just think that lady's clearly on drugs and having a bad trip or something.
No. Absolutely, positively
but
not.
that does make sense. Like, if she's freezing cold and she's desperate, like, there's, like, hell, that place is called the Jesus Center. Like,
Jesus
like that's
does not dwell.
That's
I'm sorry.
That's the place you would go for help. Like, Jesus is supposed to be our savior and do all this good for us.
I am I am filing a suit on the Jesus Center and the Torah Center, and I'm trying to get the majority of the homeless to sign off on this and go class action.
But do you think that's kind of counterproductive, because that's...
No, it's really not, because there's a lot of people, instead of standing there and saying, oh, that trash and those people, why are they not looking at why those people are here? And why are they only housing 60 people and the homeless population is rising? Do you know it's risen as of last year, March in 2019, it was at 93% rise in 5 years.
Okay, a couple things.
Today we're at 100.
First of all, back to the Jesus Center, I feel like it's counterproductive because that's the only source of help. Well, that I assume the main source of help for the homeless. And also, I heard of Paradise adding to the homeless population, and also when you hear of the fairgrounds saying they're gonna make houses for the homeless or do stuff for the homeless, when you say, hey, we're gonna make 50 houses for the homeless, 500 are gonna come, because we just assume you guys come from other areas and get sent here.
No. You have got 85% of the homeless that is here, and I have done all the count on this. This is something that has taken me to a whole new level in my life. I have researched it. I have done the count on it. I have done everything on this. I have filed complaints. I have been speaking about this for a very long time now, because this problem does not have to be. And when these people, people get paroled here, and they're from different places, yes. Chico has the shelters. That's why they're paroled here. They go into those shelters. Those people in those shelters don't like them because they're homeless, and they automatically assume, like you said, we're on drugs. Mm-hmm. No, sir. I worked 35 years of my life. My daughter was honors in the 6th grade. I was a single mom. I raised her completely by myself with no help. My family, I walked away from 30 some odd years ago. My daughter, I raised her completely alone. She was a straight A student all of her life. She was honors. We had big, huge plans. My daughter has threatened to kill herself. She has threatened to run away. Her grades have dropped. She has been alienated from everybody in her friends and family from her life before.
Okay.
But none of this seems to matter.
I feel like, obviously, I'm like in my 20s, and don't really know what I'm talking about. But I feel like you're focusing so much on negative stuff. Like, I understand why, but I feel like if you focused on positive things and tried to just focus on yourself and improving yourself, even in slow increments. I know it's harder in your situation, but if you...
let me say something to that.
But like, if you focused on yourself, then you'd be able to eventually be in a position where you could live in a house, whether it's with like roommates or by yourself with like assisted living, or because your goal is to be with your daughter again. I feel like if you focused on yourself and proved to the people that are doubting you that you are successful enough, or you are not successful enough, but you are...
I have not even been given that chance because, like I said, I have filed complaints. I am banned from all services, from shelters, from everything. I am not allowed food. I'm not allowed anything that has to do with those shelters. Not because I was running around doing drugs and drinking and what have you. It's because I went down to the city and I filed a tort claim. I called the governor. I have spoke. That's why everybody tells you that I will give you an earful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Negativity is all that I have seen with this, because I come from a place, Maine. We have a 93% turnaround on our homeless every year.
Who does?
In Maine, 93% of people that become homeless, because we have an understanding of life. Stuff happens. Things happen to good people. So we put every kind of program. If you got an eviction or something like that already on your record, or a felony, no landlord is going to rent you anything.
Yeah.
Okay?
Unless they're real desperate.
So back in Maine, we have caseworkers that deal with just that. They go in and they put you on like probation. They work with landlords. We have villages, people that have committed crimes. Instead of going to prison, they go to a village. You get rent vouchers for a year, 5 years, a lifetime, depending on your situation. There's caseworkers, there's therapy, there's every kind of service that you can imagine is put into place to help solve the problem.
Yeah.
Not to, we're here and we're going to throw out some food once in a while. But this is what's going on here. People are being handpicked to be helped. That's why there's only 60 that's been housed, and 3,000 that have not. Because these are 60 people that have been handpicked by the services to help. And the rest are left on the wayside.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be nice to be able to help people who want help. I feel like you'd want help, but like I have family who have been alcoholics and drug addicts, and they're different now, but like there was a long point where like I tried helping them, and no matter how hard I tried, nothing happened until they made the choice. And I feel like that's the hard part, is helping the people who want help compared to just spinning your wheels trying to help people who don't want to change.
Those are the ones that are the most desperate, and that's why I left my family so long ago. My oldest brother now is 50-some odd years old, and he just come out of prison after 23 years. This man went back and married his high school sweetheart, and he's doing really, really good. He's clean and sober. But it took him the majority in almost a lifetime of being in prison to finally say, I'm done. Yeah. I've got another brother that is a heroin addict on the streets back in Maine. He's been there for 35 years. How he's not dead, I will never know. And I have waited for that phone call all my life.
Yeah.
I love my family. They're addicted. They have a serious illness. It's not one that I want to be part of, nor can I, no matter how much I love them, because I know what it is and I know what it does.
Yeah. I feel like that's another thing is I always just assumed that like a person like you would just be the black sheep in the family and like been outcasted by them, not like it's the entire family.
Right. It was I was the first person in like 3 generations to not have not gone to jail.
Yeah.
You know, 51 years old, never had a criminal record in my life. I do now.
Mm-hmm.
I just faced down 20 charges. I was arrested 20 times in an 8-month period. I was very, very ill. I was laying on a blanket, 72 pounds, being picked up and being arrested for being there.
Yeah.
Very sick.
Yeah.
Very, very sick. I couldn't.
Okay, and then this is kind of changing the subject, but even some people have like 2 different opinions. Like, I feel bad for you, but also the fact that there's like a whole bunch of people at the downtown plaza, or they're right here. Like, we have to use, it's not wasted resources, but like we have to use resources to take care of people who should be taking care of themselves. And also the fact that there's like people downtown, it kind of like ruins the atmosphere, and people don't want to go downtown because they don't feel safe, or I don't know, it's just awkward.
How many homeless people have gone and hurt somebody?
I don't know the exact number, but I definitely know there are like instances.
There is incidents. Yes,
but,
there is.
Yeah.
And that is everywhere in this world. It's like back where I'm from 5 years ago. Some guy took and taped razor blades to the monkey bars in every park in my city.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
They said it was a guy from 25 to 30 of something of age. So we didn't go around the city attacking every guy from 25 to 35 years of age because some psycho did something wrong. A little boy lost his fingers. A 5-year-old boy lost 4 fingers on that. Mm-hmm. Okay? We have people living in houses, serial killers that went and killed people for years and years and years, and they were prominent people. We have got prominent people doing all kinds of things. We've got different people doing all kinds of things everywhere upon this earth.
Yeah, that's the other crazy thing is like,
okay,
it's like,
so
why
it's
focus?
Not just a homeless person that is doing it. We may have had a couple. I heard about one with a skateboard and a guy downtown before I got here, which is kind of what set all this anger off, from what I understand. Okay.
Well, I feel like the main reason for the anger is
now,
that
tell me.
there's homeless people and they're not willing to pull their weight, basically. Like, they're just asking for handouts. Or I know I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying
none of us. You're not talking about none of us.
Okay, but this is what is perceived in most Chico people, I feel like. Well, not most, but I feel like it's like 50-50.
Because people are looking at it that people are being paroled here.
Okay, but I grew up in Chico, and I love this town. I want it to be the best, and when I see it get degraded by people who just litter and leave trash, and there's all this stuff about needle exchanges or giving out needles, or
we're exchanging.
Okay, but or like I used to love going down to Bidwell Park and like running out there or swimming, and now it's like there's homeless people everywhere. Like, there's tents when you go to the post office, and it's just weird. Like, I don't like seeing that. I want to see what you used to see in Maine.
You want to see what you want.
The natural.
You don't want to see what life does. You don't want to see what life is about. You don't want to see.
I want to see you guys
You want to see what? You want to see us in places? You want to see us have jobs?
Yes.
Do you have a physical address for me?
What do you mean? For like you to get a job?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
But I feel like there should be
felonies. They're not going to give you a job.
Okay, but I think that is just an idea that there should be, instead of just doing needle exchanges, get people a job through the town, just like clean up. I don't know, just...
This town won't allow us into a store. This town won't allow us water. This town won't allow us bathroom facilities. This town won't allow us...
It's because the bad eggs in this community...
There's bad eggs everywhere in the world.
Okay.
So you're going to punish a whole people because of one bad egg? Well, if that's the case, then we are living in the wrong country, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, as a human race, we have not progressed a damn bit. Now, what you're saying, yes, all of that is absolutely positively truth. But you're looking at people that are extremely suffered.
Yes.
Nobody ever asked to have their wife die, or to come west and have some people not do what they were supposed to do and put you on a damn street, or to be put into a foster system where daddy has been liking you a little bit too much for a little bit too long, or mom is real pissed off about it. See, you're not, if you're gonna say all these things about trash, that my young one is a piece of trash, and with a piece of trash you can do one thing:
put it up. Garbage.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
And I'm a homeless person that if you watch me day to day, I walk these streets picking up tons.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And like, I tried to do my own part in my community to pick up trash. But also the thing is, the reason why I feel like it's this community's fault to a certain extent is because when I was younger, there wasn't an issue with vandalism. There wasn't an issue with...
Do you ever watch documentaries on how much trash is in our oceans? And
yes, I do.
Okay, no, that is all of us causing that. That is the whole world causing that. And that is a huge, huge issue. But are we punishing all of us, or are we sitting there at home and looking at it on our TV and saying, oh, how sad is that? But that's not my problem. Or are we...
No, when I look at that, I want to... That's like part of the reason why I started picking up trash, is because you hear of, the giant patch of plastic in the ocean that's like larger than Texas or whatever. And that's why I'm trying to do my part to, one, when I buy stupid clothes made of polyester or synthetic fibers, I don't buy it. I just buy cotton or I buy wool, even though everything I'm wearing is plastic right now.
This bottle here is a hazard to my world. But you know what? I still pick up that bottle and drink it. And then I disregard it, hopefully, where someone's going to pick it up and take it and do something with it.
Yeah, but that right there, you leave it outside for hopefully someone to pick it up. We don't want someone to pick it up.
I give it to somebody that has something that will pick it up, that are collecting. Okay, but now I go out by where is it? The bottle company. Okay. Now, out from underneath those fences right there are overflowing bottle caps.
I believe it.
Overflowing. Do you know where they're going?
Probably to the dumpster.
Right? No. They're underneath. They're coming out underneath onto the sidewalk.
Okay.
Go look at it. Okay?
That's out on 20th Street?
Yes. They are just all coming. Now that it rained this last couple of weeks, where do you think that every one of these little body caps have been overflowing underneath that fence over there since, God only knows how long? Since last winter.
Yeah. All in the creek? That's what I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right down the drain. Right out into our ocean.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? And that is a bottle company. That is a business.
Yeah, and that's their problem, and they should fix that.
No, that's all of our problem.
Well,
see? That's everybody's problem.
Yes, but it's also, I feel like it's mostly their fault because they should be able to make a fence that doesn't allow bottle caps to spew into the
their
sidewalk.
fault, but that doesn't matter when it runs out into the sidewalk, down into the drain and out into our ocean. It's all of our fault at that point. All of ours, because now we have the problem. See, you can't. You're looking at everything one way. You're one city. Okay, you are seeing the result of the whole world, the same result that the whole world is seeing.
Yeah.
Of the whole world doing it. Okay, you're seeing one people, but
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
even seeing that. Show Love has been dumping furniture all over the city
Okay.
forever.
Yeah. So that's the thing. There's so many fucking problems. It's ridiculous.
Language.
I'm sorry. Like there's so many problems, and I don't know. I feel like this is a problem that like I could actually see and try to help in some sort of way. Like, there's no way I'm gonna stop the war in Iraq or in the Middle East.
Right.
It's been 19 years.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
The majority of your life.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
so many problems. There's people put in fake wood in their homes when there's real wood everywhere. That I don't know.
See,
There's
but you can't cut down all of our wood either. You know.
yeah,
We
I
need
understand.
that, you
I
know?
understand.
So,
But I
you
feel
know,
like
looking at it in the bigger picture, we are all one tiny speck of a great big picture. And we all have the responsibility to keep our speck clean,
yes.
okay? But we live in reality. And reality is not clean.
Yeah.
Not by no means. And it doesn't matter if I do keep my speck clean, someone else isn't going to keep theirs clean. But I'm not going to go axe them because they're not keeping their speck clean. I'm going to politely walk on by and pick it up because I know there's no sense in that. But that's just a human being that isn't quite right.
Yeah, but if you always pick up their trash for them, they're never going to learn that they need to just pick up their own trash.
You know, maybe some of them can't.
Okay,
learn
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I believe that, but
You know,
I feel like picking up trash is a pretty basic thing.
Yes.
And yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. And do you realize that every dumpster in this city is locked down? So we can't
Yeah.
throw anything into it?
Yeah, okay, but I see that a lot because I clean the apartments, but I see the bad aftermath of it, of someone going through the trash, throwing everything out and leaving it. And I've also seen the good side of it because one of the
Stuff is
managers
getting
I
late.
work for, she's like, hey, I don't care if you want to get recyclables and dig through the trash, but just clean it up after. And that made her property cleaner. But she told them to pick up the trash. She didn't just pick up the trash for them. If you just pick up the trash for them, then they're not going to learn
And
from their
they
mistakes.
were willing and able to do it.
Exactly.
You know, the ones that you see walking around here screaming and hollering and what have you with barely any clothes on, these people are not mentally right in any shape, form, and they never have been.
I feel like the majority of people in
these are the
Chico
ones that are
completely
causing the
understand
trash.
that.
Yes,
But-
these are the ones that are causing the trash. These
Yeah.
are the ones that are doing that. And they're not doing it on purpose. They're not just, I'm going to throw a piece of trash down.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They got something
mentally-
else in their mind.
Right, they're
'Cause-
not mentally conscious of that action.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I helped a guy once. Well, he lost a backpack. He was freaking out, and he lost his backpack, which I guess would be very traumatic because that might be basically all he
Everything
has.
that he has, exactly.
But okay, well, but it, I don't know. It's just yeah. I just wish those people, I guess it's not even as much people as we think need help, but I feel like if the people causing the problems got help mentally, that would help a lot.
Exactly. Now,
But-
with my family that I came out of many, many, many years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I got clean and sober and everything. I went through 20 years of therapy.
Yeah.
I ran to my therapist every single week. Help me, keep me on track. Because we can, with all of our desperation and our suffering and our emotions, which we are only human. sometimes those emotions can get beyond us. And we do things wrong. And we don't even have the capability of thinking. We're only freaking human.
Yeah.
We're only human. And before you come out here and you say that they're leaving trash or they're doing this or they're doing that, you got to come out here and look at it first, like you just did right now.
Yeah, like that guy's raking leaves, which is kind of cool.
And thank you for doing that. Thank you for coming out here and talking with us.
But the only thing is I feel like the main thing is it's just you're simplifying it so much, or we are simplifying it so much. I hate to like separate us because we're not separate, because we're fucking all Americans. Sorry for my language again. But anyways, this is, I feel like most people think people before, homeless people, it was clean. They show up, it's dirty. That's basically it. I feel like that's a very simple.
Yeah, see, I would like you to do this. You want to do some research, and it should be public knowledge. Go to these centers. You go find out how many people are being put out every year. And then when you find that out, you come out here and see how many of those people are out here.
What do you mean? Say it again.
Okay, you go find out how many people are being put out of these shelters that are being Now, see,
I heard they're not supposed to be in the shelters because of COVID. But also they're probably shutting down funding too.
When you go online and you look up homeless services, right? This is federal law. It's got to be listed. If you got a shelter or a service somewhere for the homeless, federal law, it's got to be on a list, on a website, on a list, okay? And you go on there and you punch in homeless services in Northern California. You get Butte County.
Yeah.
You get Chico, you get Oroville, you get the Torah Center, the Jesus Center, you get all of this. And on their website, they are saying, welcome. We have what you need. Everything that you need, we have. Welcome.
They're saying that?
Yeah, buddy.
That's crazy.
And then when you get here, you get punish one, punish all. Well, when they punish all, it happens what they did.
The Jesus Center does that?
Oh, buddy.
Really? I thought you were talking about Chico in general, like because we see one homeless person do something bad, so we punish all the homeless people.
This is undesirables. We are undesirable.
Okay.
This is what these people think. Like I told you, several people just put out of the shelter in the last 2 weeks. Elderly, six in the last 2 weeks. Those are all people that are now out here.
Yeah, I guess the big problem is
why?
Big problem, but an issue would be the type of advertising that the Jesus Center does. When it's completely not in the same. Well, yeah, it's not true to what they're actually doing, and it's not what Chico wants.
No, like if Chico knew half the stuff that was going on in these places, they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest,
they wouldn't be.
Well,
they shouldn't be. The places, they should be. But the people that with the attitude of they are undesirable and they don't fit the criteria, those kind of people running those places do not need to be running it. That is defeating the purpose of what they are.
I feel like
period.
Like the whole town has to be on board. One, either be strict and be like, because I feel like Chico has gotten more and more frustrated with this situation. So like right now they're probably at a point where they don't want to help, but maybe there's another town that's like, okay, yeah, we're ready for this. You either have to say no or yes, and when you say yes, you actually have to help the people. But that's it's hard to do.
You know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let me turn around.
8. No, you don't have. No. 8, 9. Right here on this island. Born and raised.
Yeah.
Born and raised their whole 50 plus years of life. So now you think because you don't want them here
Okay, I want
They
to.
should uproot. They've been here longer than you have.
Yes.
Okay.
So with those type of people, I feel more compassion towards because they're from Chico. Like I feel like they're our responsibility. But if this is just like what people say, like, oh, in San Francisco they just give homeless people bus tickets and send them to Butte County to Chico. Like that's what we hear. But like,
No.
I feel like it's. I know that's just
No.
what's gets said.
People
but,
come here for these services, and the services aren't there
Yeah.
because the city is pissed off.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, if I like me, I'm from a different freaking place completely.
Yeah.
When I pulled up here, not once but twice, I got the same attitude.
Yeah.
And then when I said, whoa, 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 wait a freaking minute. If you think for
Yeah.
one damn second you're going to violate me and my rights like that, you're out of your cotton picking freaking mind.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about how I'm going to show you on why you should not have done that. Let me tell you, that's exactly what I did. And that is exactly why I sit here today.
Well, okay. I wish your community helps you. Like, I wish. Well, I guess your situation's different, but like, if you were able to be in Maine and if you were able to get
one
help.
nation. It doesn't
Okay, yeah.
matter if I come from Maine, Bangor, whatever. This is.
But that's not true. Well, it is. It should be true. But like, I feel like there's so much division in America. There's people who are Chico.
Is your mom from here?
No, she's from Yucca Valley. Okay, but okay.
So your mom should leave.
No.
No,
So
no. See, you're not.
I'm trying to explain something to you.
Okay, go ahead. Try to explain that one because that's not
There's
explaining that.
there's so much division. There's division between politics or religion or Orville and Chico or Paradise and Chico or like
Who's doing the dividing?
people.
People with what?
I don't know.
No understanding of others.
Yeah, because they just drive by and honk at you and get angry at you without saying anything.
Right.
That's why I'm just here to talk to you.
I'm
and
not sitting here doing drugs or drinking
Yeah.
or anything in that matter. In fact, my friend, this right here
Yeah.
is what I've been doing for the last 3 years. This is fighting for my child.
Yeah.
I carry this every second of my life because this is proof positive that I have never done anything damn wrong.
Yeah.
It is proof positive that I am sitting here today because somebody had to punish me for something that I had no place being.
Yeah. Well,
So when you sit here and you say this one should leave or that one should leave or this one should do this or that one should do that, maybe instead of doing that, you come out here and you find out what the hell is causing the damn problem to begin with.
yeah.
And what's causing the damn problem is to begin with is that as
taken
people,
3 years to go through
we're
court.
sitting in our nice warm houses with a freaking judgment. We have no idea what we're judging on.
Yeah.
Now, bullshit. Watch my language for that. Okay? This is something that is so within me. It is me now. I have been fighting this for so damn long. And I have been out here on this street every single second, and all I'm trying to do is right. All I'm trying to do is right.
Yeah.
But everybody else has got a wrong about me. So that has done nothing but put me where I am right now. They're not helping me. They're not doing a damn thing for me.
Yeah.
They're saying I'm undesirable. You tell that to my little girl. You tell that to my family back home. You tell that to my 52-year life that I worked 35 years of it and I raised my children. I did what I was supposed to do. I worked hard and I worked long because I became ill. I have to now, instead of have my daughter on my arm, I've got to carry around the paperwork to get her on my arm.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting in my nice warm house, knowing that I got to get up and go to work in the morning, knowing that my daughter is safe and sound in her bed where she is supposed to be. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks of me. I know who I am. And I know what I am. And I know why I am. But that is the thing. I am. And as long as I am, that makes me a human being. That makes me a life. And I do deserve, just like everybody else here, to have that life. I do not deserve because somebody else has got an attitude and a judgment of something they have no damn clue about. Now I got this. Now I've got a streak. Now I've got hunger. Now I've got frozen. I am destitute. But I'm still right. And I'm still fighting. And I'm still trying. And I have so many obstacles to go through. And when you are standing there in front of me and spitting on me because you have no damn idea on who I am, nor do you care, you're the one that's wrong. You're the one that's causing the problem. You're the one that is making this what it is. Because instead of paying a damn attention, maybe there's more to it. You just walk around and you just pretend, oh, they're just bad people, get rid of them. No, we are human freaking beings. And there is a reason. You know what that reason is before you come out here and you say, well, you're making a mess, now leave. This is my freaking country. I was born and raised. I worked long and hard. And not one state, but seven. I have been a productive part of several communities, as I am the one that I am in right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Because as the rest of my life has been, it is all my lessons to have be learned. They are my trials to endure. And I have to endure them. What I don't have to do is endure more. Because you don't like who I am. Or you don't have any understanding of who I am. I am probably the best person that you'll ever lay eyes on, and probably the most in tuned.
So if, okay, just, we're not, I'm not going to be able to solve all the problems, but okay, one thing that we could do as like a society is just be respectful of each other, right? That's it. That's just one step.
What is that main thing? If I can find it. This says, "Pick it up, people." You know,
love your enemy.
It's one of the most incredible things in the world. I spend my life in it, as you can tell. See, I'm a homeless person that reads a Bible daily. Do you know that most of these people can quote you this Bible? Most of these homeless people out here can quote you this Bible. In fact, most of us have one. Didn't know that, did you? We live in them. We can tell you almost every single person in this book. Not just I can. Everybody out here can.
Mm-hmm.
And who they were, what they were, and why they were. What is that? Can half the people sitting home in their couches right now do that? No.
Yeah.
We can. Do you know why?
Because you got a lot of time on your hands.
No. Because we are suffered. And in this book, believe it or not, it tells us exactly why we are.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? The meek, the mild, the unwanted. Those are all God's people. You anal SOBs that are sitting behind on your couch at home drinking your can of beer that you just had 6 before, but now you're calling that homeless man out there for doing the same thing, piece of shit.
It's like, I don't even know. You probably know it. When you look at somebody and you're like, hey, you got a splinter in your eye, and then if you were to look at yourself,
is in there, right
yeah.
there. You got
what
that.
What was it?
You got a log in your eye. Do not
Yeah.
look at another when you've got a log in your own eye.
Yeah.
Which same thing as skeletons in your closet. You know, you don't be a hypocrite.
What do you mean skeletons in your closet?
It's like
never
you've got
understood.
bad things that you've done in your life, and you've tucked them away in that closet.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm talking
Yeah,
old. You've tucked all those secrets away that no one ever is ever going to find out.
Yeah, that's the thing is
Right. Yeah.
when you
Don't be a hypocrite. Don't do unto others what you would not want to have done. The whole thing. This is what it all boils down to, and this we've been knowing it since the beginning of time. God knows what this world is. He knows we are sinners. He knows that we are going to screw the freak up every way we turn, and we do. He knows that. He knows that. He knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What did he do for that?
gave Jesus.
To forgive us.
But
Okay? To forgive. To forgive. Key word. Very, very important word.
people just don't do that because their butt hurt. They just have egos.
No. They're just hypocrites.
Yeah.
You know, monkey see, monkey do. Now, most of this rage is being fed.
Yeah, I feel like when you look at the news or
The
like,
news constantly. You got some trash down by a creek.
Yeah.
The creek was at least 10 feet from that trash. The trash was way over here and the creek was way over there.
Yeah.
You have got the guy saying, if this water rises, it's going to take all this trash down the river. Okay, if that water rises 10 feet, it's taking a hell of a lot more than that trash down that river.
Mm-hmm. But
see, that's not thinking. And then you hear the broadcaster say, we can't ever let this happen again. That's what's being said. You go look this up. Go archives. Go look it up. It was 3 years ago when I first got here. That news report was on.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there and I was saying, that news reporter is saying, we can't ever let this happen again. You know what happened? Everybody that was sitting there in their homes watching that were beating on their legs. Yeah! Kill them all! Get them! Yeah!
I feel like
That's then I was watching another
I feel
one.
like that it doesn't make them go like that, but it makes them just put one more tick towards the devil.
Some it does.
Basically.
Some it does.
Well,
like
if
the
you're
ones that are driving by here with bullets flying.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are getting the most angry.
Yeah, but it's
Okay?
because their ticker's already at the tip.
Okay.
It's already at the
well,
end.
I'm at the end of that ticker.
Yeah.
My life is at the end of that ticker.
But there's so many different people.
So stop making him tick. Stop.
Yeah, but
getting on. No, the press needs to stop getting on there
Yes.
and making mountains out of molehills.
yes.
Period.
They do that with everybody. They do that with homeless people, with Mexicans, with black people, with the Middle East, with Russia, China, like everything.
So why don't we?
But they do
as
it because they need.
people say, wait.
They want money. That's my opinion. They just want money because of advertising. Like
Do
it's the
you know
easiest
the
way
Jesus
to.
Center owns 3 houses over there, right on that same
Behind
lot.
it? Yeah.
They just bought the trade-in center up here by the fairgrounds.
I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. That's what people are concerned about, because they're afraid that more people will be hopeful to come here because, like, hey, we got 50 more rooms, and then more people come, and that's
people
more.
People aren't coming here. That's the whole thing. What you guys don't understand, the majority of your homeless are your homeless.
Okay.
The majority, 85% of what out here is Chico people.
Okay.
Chico. Straight up born and raised.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah, so that's a failure on our community. That's a failure on...
90% of your young ones that you see here, these are all foster kids. All these young ones that you see running these streets are foster kids. These are children that have been taken away from their parents and put into foster care and ran away.
Yeah.
They're not getting any help because they can't go near there because they're going to get put back into their foster.
Yeah.
These are kids that are absolute destitute in every way, shape, and that's exactly what's happening to them. There's a lot of shit happening to them because they can't get no damn help. You can't look at this as a one-sided thing because it is so freaking not. Yeah. It is so freaking not. You know, I can give you one example. 16-year-old girl, she's now 32.
Yeah, the one that was banging on the Jesus Center?
No, this is a different one, no. She was 16 when she came out here. She's 32. This girl is not anywhere within her mind. What could she have been? Raped, beaten, drugged, all kinds of things since the day she came out here. The Jesus Center, don't even look at her. When she does go there, she spends more time banned from there than anything. Days on end without no food and nothing because she is so freaking out of her mind. They don't even know how to look at her.
Do you feel like there should be another institution that takes care of those people? Because there used to be, obviously I wasn't alive, but there used to be like mental institutions that used to at least try to help. Because I feel like that's a person who's not mentally stable. I don't feel like that's a problem the Jesus Center could handle, but maybe.
But see, that's the whole thing.
Like,
the Jesus Center is supposed to be handling that. They're supposed to have caseworkers.
Yeah.
And the caseworkers are supposed to find those resources for them because not everybody has the resources. You know, they don't know them. I have been begging for shelter for 3 years. Absolutely, positively begging for shelter. I need to be in a shelter. And the only way to get my daughter back is to be in. I can't even see her right now because I'm not. But what I am witnessing about what's going on here, I'm not keeping quiet.
Yeah. I feel like you should be able to have a relationship with your daughter. But
by law, I should. By state law, they should have never taken me out of my daughter's life at all.
Is she in Chico?
No, she's in Oroville.
Oh, okay.
My courts are here. Yeah. I can't be down there because they be doing bad things to me.
Are you allowed to like call her or text her?
No, I'm not allowed any. I haven't seen my child in 2 years. Nothing. In state law, the law says that I should have. My daughter was honors, straight A student all of her life. I have documentation of my daughter. My daughter had caseworkers, therapists for 5 years.
Yeah.
I put every kind of resource in place for my daughter and myself because I was a single mom. I had therapy, I had case, I had everything back in place back in Maine. I had it for years because I needed my daughter to be and I to be the best that we could be with what we had to deal with. And it wasn't much, but I did it.
Yeah.
It's like they said in court in October. My circumstances. I am not fit to be in my child's life because of my circumstances.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Okay, but Because it sounds like the courts are going pretty slow, obviously, and they're even shut down because of COVID.
Pretty fast, actually.
Okay, but anyways, like worst case scenario, in 3 years you get to see your daughter when she's 18 because she gets to make her decisions, right?
And in 3 years, I don't know what my daughter's mindset will be because right now I don't know what my daughter thinks of me.
Yeah.
All my daughter knows
for,
is that I'm not there.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
But what if for those 3 years you worked on making yourself?
I have been working on that. Do you know that I have just got? I am arrested constantly. I lost all my IDs, my social security card, everything. When everything was taken when I first got here, my car was taken by the police.
Yeah.
That car was bought and paid for, earned by me, a single mom. It took me 2 years. And they felt because I was homeless, they didn't want me riding or having a car to ride around their town in. This is what you don't know. This is what happens.
How big is your tent?
Huh?
How big is your tent?
How big is it?
3 person?
No, 1.
No, I mean 3 people can fit in it, right?
2.
2?
2.
I got one. I just gotta put it together.
Maybe 2. Crowded.
Yeah. All right.
Not like this.
No, mine's a little bit narrower. See, that's right there. We're not vicious people running around beating each other and everybody else and breaking things and doing stupid shit like that.
It's the young people. In my opinion, it's usually...
No, it's the ones that are
the most broken, I guess.
The most broken, the most suffered.
Yeah.
The most destroyed. And, oh my God, these are babies.
Yeah.
These are babies that have no idea and was never given any kind of guidance, nobody, and that's the whole thing. Butte County, when they take somebody's child and gives them to somebody else, that's it.
Yeah.
They don't ever go back. There's no therapy. There's nothing put into place for that child. It just is what it is. And then the parents are put out here on this street, and in time, they're not coming back either because they're not capable.
Yeah, I feel like this is. I feel like somewhat of. Well, it's not the same situation. So my family, I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and it's a super close knit group in the organization. But you can't associate, or you're allowed to, but you're not really supposed to talk.
I know what Jehovah. That's where my daughter is now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So I feel like for the most part, you're not supposed to talk to the outside world. So you get really connected with the people that are Jehovah's Witnesses, and then, okay. Well, anyways, my dad's family, Jehovah's Witnesses, and my dad's a pretty social person, and now he doesn't have like any of the family that he grew up with, and he's depressed, and
why?
he's.
Why? You know that
because of judgment.
Judgment that it's people that I'm sorry is a cult.
Yeah.
It's a cult.
Yeah,
and where my daughter is right now, I know this woman is not by any means right in her head, and what she did with my daughter and I was not even feasible, and what she's still doing now. And she did the same thing. Her family was a Spanish, big, huge.
But aren't you
Spanish,
glad? Aren't you? Oh, it's rough, but she's learning about the Bible.
She's not learning about the Bible. She's learning about somebody's interpretation of the Bible.
Yes, that's true.
What was his name? Russell?
Charles Taze Russell.
Russell. And the woman that helped him do that was, what was her name?
I don't know.
Something. Yeah, she was a witch doctor.
Oh, really?
African American woman, yes. And she was a priestess.
Yeah.
Okay, you have got them and their interpretation of our Bible.
Yeah.
Is way off. I have read them both because when raising my daughter alone, I tried really hard to get the family involved. So I went and I researched a little bit of the Jehovah's Witness, and I know my Bible.
Yeah.
I've been in this since I was 7 years old.
I wish Jehovah's Witnesses would talk to you guys.
Jehovah's Witness would do that because they think they're better than they're the
Yeah.
only ones that are going
Oh my
to
God.
heaven. The only
Yeah, I
ones that are
know.
going to be risen up.
That's why I feel like
I know my sister-in-law ain't being risen anywhere.
When I first
She's straight down.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing was when I was a kid being Jehovah's Witness, I thought I was good because I was Jehovah's Witness. And I would, if someone didn't take well to the things I was saying, I'm like, hey, well, they chose their way. I don't know. It's just weird that, like, you act super nice, but, like, in your mind, you're like, well, they're going to hell. It's messed up.
Just a big, that's a whole different.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
No, this. I'm extremely baffled by this. I have traveled this country extensively. I've been across it 16 times, Maine coast to coast. I have lived in 7 different states. I've been in all major cities, and for the first time in my life, I'm baffled. I'm baffled about a people.
Mm-hmm.
I really am, because there's one guy that goes down that drives past the Jesus Center every day, and he is almost plowing people over there.
Yeah.
And he screams at them, "Get out of the crosswalk." He doesn't even realize what he is saying. Get out of the crosswalk. Okay.
Yeah.
By law, when somebody is in that crosswalk, you are supposed to stop. You are supposed to stop. It's a car length and a half away.
Yeah.
Okay? Not almost plowing them over and saying, get out of the... But see, that man has no damn common sense. He can't not only realize that what his statement is being stupid, but he's breaking the damn law. You know, and that is what I am seeing everywhere in this town. Are you just... It's like they're just driving down the road forward like this.
Yeah.
And they don't... That's it. You whine and complain every day. Okay, I'll give you an example, and I've seen this a lot. Every day there's a pile of trash sitting beside the road, right? It's been there forever. And every day you get up and you're thinking, it's on that pile of trash, and you're bitching about it. You're driving along, that thought process, that trash is there. I know it is. And you drive by it and you say, there it is again.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about if you did this? What if you got up one morning 15 minutes early, you got a pair of gloves and you got a trash bag, and you say in your head, today I'm going to remove that trash sitting there. And then you go and you do that. Mm-hmm. And the next morning you get up and your first thought is what?
There better not be trash there again.
No, it's not there.
Yes.
And you not only is it not there, but you get to be proud. And you would be.
Yeah.
You would be.
No, it is true. Yeah.
Okay? So why not be the kind of world that thinks like that than to be the kind of world that just keeps on spending a year and a half bitching about that trash that you know that has been sitting there for a year and a half? Come on, people.
I feel like if everyone just gave like an extra 5%, then it'd make it better. But like when I drive by that sign, like I don't feel like it's my responsibility to clean it.
And no one does.
Yeah.
And that's why the sign don't get clean.
Yeah.
And then the next time you go by that sign, you say, that damn sign still ain't clean.
Yeah.
Come on. This is not a freaking, I don't have to do what somebody else does. That's a bunch of BS. And that is going to make this world exactly what it's doing now.
Yeah.
Dividing, killing, destroying. Tell me, is it easier to walk up and shake somebody's hand and say, how do you do? Or is it easier to walk by them and be, because then they go, and then the next person goes,
yeah.
So right there, you are just...
Well, because there's so much negative energy. Like
make it positive.
Yeah, exactly, but it's hard to switch. So, like me, I used to be super negative about Jehovah's Witnesses, I used to watch like all these videos that talked about how terrible it was, and
They are.
yeah, I know, but like I was like, it's pointless. Like why keep hating about them? Like
No, hate. Don't hate.
yeah,
Don't hate. Don't hate anything. Don't hate anything. Understand it.
yeah,
And if it's like the Bible tells you, if it's truly freaking evil, get rid of it. Disperse of it. It's like anything.
got to get rid of the news then, because I feel like that's just it's just the thing that gets the snowball rolling. Because the more negative thoughts you have, I do it all the time. When I mess up on a job that I do, I constantly think of how terrible I did and all these negative things. And then that makes the next job even worse. And I just spiral. And you could even do it with positive things. Because I feel like I've been trying to like meditate more. And I was just trying to think of people in my life that make me happy. And I was like on the spiral. Like I was on a roll. I was like thinking of the in-laws, my wife, my friends from work, like even my mom, or things that I do that make me happy. And it's like you could do that same thing with being happy, but everyone's already in the same motion of being negative that it's hard to be positive. I don't know.
I think that it takes more energy out of me to be negative, and
Yeah.
I really try hard. It's like
In the long run, it burns
Right,
you, but
right.
in the short term, it's easy.
Yeah,
And that's why, well, I've heard that the news promotes a lot of negativity because it keeps you attached to it. Like, I could get 10 compliments in a day, but if I get one negative encounterment with somebody, then
it's
I feel like
negative.
shit.
Yes, it drains you. It
Yeah.
absolutely it depletes everything. Our environment.
Yeah.
You can walk through somebody else's bad energy
Yeah.
hours after the fact.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
this is why our world is turning into such chaos. And the whole thing, it would have been easier all along to just shake someone's hand.
Yeah.
Like you're doing, sitting here with me right now. Right now, you could say that we are from two absolutely, positively different places at our point in our lives right now.
Yeah.
We are completely. Does that make us any less of a human being? Does that make us any less able to interact with one another decently, respectfully, honestly? No, it does not. Unless we
But-
choose for it to.
Okay, I totally agree with you, but there's a lot of people who get that mindset that it's okay to be mean, or that's why I feel like there's like racism or prejudice against people, is
And
because
that
it
is
gets
the
drilled.
human-
It gets drilled in your head by your people around you or your family. It gets drilled into your head to dislike a certain amount of people, or
Do you know back in our history, not so ancient history either, people that were disabled, mentally handicapped,
Yeah.
they were destroyed.
yeah,
They were destroyed.
which is fucking crazy.
Yes, they were destroyed. They were
Yeah.
girls were if they were allowed to live, girls were made unable to have children, to produce offspring. All kinds of stuff has been done in our history.
Mm-hmm.
Do we continue that history?
No, that's the thing, is we need to like break down these walls from, like, we are getting progressively better, but it's still pretty shitty. Like, first, like there was slavery, that's done.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of prejudice against black people, I feel like it's just, you got to slowly break down those walls.
Right.
But
And the only ones that can break down those walls is love.
yeah,
That is the only thing that can break down anything. If you not only loving people, but love the world you're in.
yeah,
Love the trees, love the sky, the sunshine. Look up at them.
yeah,
Pay attention to them. Because you are part of all of it.
yeah.
Everything is all intertwined together. So every bit of negativity and hatred and disgust and everything is all depleting of what we have. So what? We're going to continue to do the same thing that we've done over and over again in history? Or are we going to progress and maybe live something differently.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is, instead of shooting one another, give each other a hug.
Yeah.
Give somebody an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, maybe I don't, but I can still pay attention enough to maybe think, to empathy.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I feel like it's empathy, and also,
That's it.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, people are scared to encounter their biases. Like I was nervous walking over here.
I bet you were, but you know what?
But it's not bad anymore.
Right, look what you did.
Yeah.
Look what you did. You just came on to a
It's called
community,
Devil's
basically.
Triangle.
I
What
know
the
what
fuck?
it's called.
That is the worst thing
Okay,
ever.
I
Okay,
know.
I didn't even know that was a thing until my wife told me about
Yeah,
it.
but
and
who
I'm like,
made
what
that
the-
name? Is a
It's
devil?
Chico. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Hey, Don. See how the cops around, I guess.
Yes, I know. You will find more Bibles on the Devil's Triangle
Yeah.
than you will in probably half of this 2-block radius in our tent.
I bet you there's more here than in Canyon Oaks.
We don't tempt. We don't tempt the devil because we know it's there. We're not out here screaming at you people, yelling and hollering, running after you, stealing and
Yeah.
taking your stuff. None of that is happening. You get one bad egg, and then all of a sudden you want to crack the whole freaking dozen.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're immature.
Yes, and young man, you just doing what you did is exceptional, and I hope that you know that. And I hope that when you go home tonight and you watch this over again, I hope that it was what you wanted it to be, because you did a very real thing here. And I am glad, I'm grateful, and I'm really proud that I met you right now, because you are somebody that most would not do
Thank
what
you.
you have done. So good job.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like I assumed that when I was going to talk to you, I would be able to could fix this entire problem with math, you know?
No.
But that's a stupid
Actually,
idea.
this entire problem could be fixed with math.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, well, okay,
and
yeah.
This whole world is. See, people don't even realize that almost every freaking thing in this world is based on math. Everything from the way the stars align to the way we build things to everything. There is an equation.
It's like a law of life.
There is a denomination. Let me give you this denomination. The main factor with the homeless is the shelters. You look into these shelters and you will find this problem. And that is I will stand by that with my life.
So is the real devil not this triangle, it's the negativity? Because I feel like devil is like the math problem, or negativity is like a math problem.
Yes.
Because
it
like
doesn't-
negativity, it like amplifies by a certain amount. Okay, that's.
Yes.
I'm trying to be too deep.
It just doesn't need to be this way.
Yeah.
See, this community, homeless community, I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I was banned almost immediately because I started filing complaints. I filed a lawsuit against Chico. I'm in the process of going after Under the Color of Law now, which is a civil suit. Because there's no need. And these cops are going to come rolling up here at any time now and remove us all. They're going to arrest us, put us in jail. That's what we've been told. That's just a more dire situation for us.
But don't you feel like if you get arrested, then that's gonna lessen your probability to beat the Jesus Center because they have that thing against you?
I get arrested. It hurts everything. My daughter.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's just another way to judge you.
So yes. So why continue hurting me because you put me out here, and now that I'm out here, you don't want me here? because I don't have to be out here. This is the whole thing.
There's no communication between the Jesus Center and
there's no
the
they won't
community.
communicate. They are not going to entertain us.
Yeah.
Okay, not going to entertain us like we are children. It's like punish one, punish all. This is all the shit that's going on in there. We are not children. We don't need you punishing us. We need you helping us.
Yeah.
Period. If you help me, I would have never been here this long.
Yeah.
I would have been long gone 3 years ago because I would have got into a freaking job. I would have got my stuff together.
Yeah.
I was put out because I stood up to it. You know, we were here 5 years ago when I first started getting ill. And my sister-in-law took my daughter and I had to go in with the sheriff's department and get her out. And we were put into the shelter after that. My daughter was attacked in the Sabbath house by a woman that was sponsored. That meant that Jesus Center received a check for her every month. Okay? The first time that she went after my child, she was spent 25 years in a mental hospital and was released to the Sabbath house. She had 2 little girls that she had killed, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. By law, she should have never been in that shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute that she even gave any inclination of going after a child, she should have been removed. And not only removed, but removed from the police department.
Yeah.
I was given the option to stay or leave. She wasn't going nowhere. 2 days later, she went after my daughter again. My daughter and I were removed. That woman is still out here. That never had to happen.
Yeah.
By law, it never should have happened. And then when I came back here this time, once they saw that it was me, I was a done deal.
Mm-hmm.
I was banned ever since.
'Cause
And on
that
paperwork,
reputation.
they call me a racist. They say that I disturb the peace and I fight in public. I do drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
There's homeless, not one person out here that will tell you that I have done any such thing.
Yeah.
Not one. But they say I have. And that is what I am filing on now.
Yeah.
A woman that works there, her husband is a police officer. I was arrested 20 times in an 8-month period. I was laying on a blanket. I was 72 pounds. I was dying. Starving to death. My family called looking for me because they lost touch. The cops told my family that I was living on the street, extremely emaciated and very near death. They told my family that. They knew that I was starving to death. They knew I was dying. I stood there and I begged Amber for help. And all she could do is look down the alley and say, those people in that trash. And I'm standing there and I'm saying, Amber, I need these services. I'm dying. Please.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give them. They still have not gave them. I've been to city council talking. I've filed complaints. I have keep on speaking. But no. Amber looks at me like I am not even there. And she does the same thing with everybody. And then if you do get up and personal with Amber, get the hell out of my face, leave me the hell kind of alone thing,
Yeah.
then you get Mr. Cobb. And Mr. Cobb is not happy that you just upset his darling wife. No, this is all a big conflict of interest. It is asinine, and by law, it's the breaking of. So you want to call people out here criminals and you want to do this and that, but when you're violating that person's civil rights, you are breaking more laws than you can imagine, and you're talking hate crime now.
Yeah, that's how I feel. How like crime gets punished sometimes. Like I feel like the crimes you get accused of are way more detrimental than someone who steals millions of dollars from someone that's a white collar crime, and like that doesn't even affect them at all, which is crazy.
Yeah. This criminal. I had to fire 3 lawyers. I had to go through a year and a half of them trying to convict me of 20 charges.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I got 1. First charge I've ever had in my life. And it will be the last if I can help it.
Mm-hmm.
I've always helped it until now. But they took a year and a half, and they were going to give me 2 years in prison. I got a lot of it dismissed.
Yeah.
But it was heavy. And now, see, most DAs, you got somebody that doesn't have a criminal record, that has lived a pretty exceptional life.
Mm-hmm.
You're all of a sudden going to throw the book at them with everything that you got. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they did. There was no need of them even punishing me for any of this stuff, let alone giving me a criminal record on it.
I feel like part of that's just like their way of life. Like it sounds messed up, but I feel like that's just like.
I had a lawyer stand in courtroom. My lawyer called me a liar and told the judge I wasn't cooperating. That was my court-appointed lawyer. I fired her on the spot. It's Kristen Colbert. I got Saul Henson after that. I fired him. Same damn thing. He was doing what the judge and what the DA was going to do to me, and that was it. He wasn't talking nothing down, wasn't doing nothing for me. This is what they're saying. This is what you're going to do. Like hell I am. I am not guilty. I am not going to be held accountable for something that I have not done. I will be damned. And I had another lawyer after that. Desiree Vance, she stepped off on her own. Mm-hmm. Then I had Michael Fahey that told me this was a business.
Yeah, that's the problem.
This was a business.
Yeah.
This was a business. Your business is to now destroy my life because I'm homeless. To make it so I can never ever crawl out of this hole that I'm in, because that's all that jail record's gonna do.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. And I've never had it before, so why would you even think about giving it to me now? Obviously, if my life shows that I have never been, there's got to be a reason why I am. What? There is a reason why I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because I chose to be. It's not because I was drinking alcohol or doing drugs or any of that. No. I got ill. And I came to Butte County, where people hate me for something that I am not.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah, you just have a preconceived notion
and
of who you are.
when the services that were supposed to be servicing me are now getting me arrested or putting me out onto the street or
yeah, that's crazy to
letting
think.
me go for a year and a half with no food.
Yeah.
Then they told the homeless that if they got caught bringing me stuff, they would lose their services. No lie. No freaking lie. Straight up on them. They did it anyway. And some of them did. Had to go hungry a couple of times because they gave me food. This is a lot of wrong people doing a lot of wrong things. But it's not the ones that you think.
Yeah.
We are the ones that are... We are because of it. Very simple. We are because of what is being done, not because we choose. If people's got a home somewhere else and they get arrested in anywhere near Butte County, this is where they come. These people, I know a man right over here, 23 years ago, he was paroled here.
How do they get pulled here?
Paroled.
Oh,
He got out of prison, and he had to come here because his parole office.
Oh.
And so they sent him here for the shelters and stuff.
Yeah.
He's from Oroville.
Yeah.
Born and raised, but he was paroled here. That was 23 years ago. And that man can't get
Do parole officers
disability
help?
or anything. He's a felon. He can't even get food stamps.
Do parole officers help like get people jobs?
I
what do parole
I
officers
don't know.
do?
I've never been on parole.
Yeah. Thank God.
Knock on wood.
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, I don't know, but I don't want to either.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's not what you think it is. And if you've got felonies and you've got so much, an eviction or just being a homeless here, there's nobody going to rent anybody anything.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that could go in when the pandemic had, like, the motels are all full now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Those are all homeless people that were out here for years. That if the minute they got a chance to go in, they were on it.
Yeah.
There is not one single person out here right now that if they couldn't get off the street, they would.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think for one single minute that people choose. No.
I feel like people assume that it's not that they choose this lifestyle, but the actions that they make gets them here, and also they're not willing to learn, or they're not willing to change. Like alcoholics, like my aunts and uncles, like they didn't change until they were willing to change, and I feel like that's how people assume this situation.
That's a situation. Those are people that are in houses with family and backing and resources and this and that. And even still, some of those people never change.
Yeah.
But out here, you don't have any of that.
That's crazy.
And you don't have any of that. And not to mention that, but you have people that are inflicted, affected. They are in the cold. They are going bolts of hunger. They're going, and this is all stuff that proves to do damage to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You go for days on end with no food. Right now, I have got medium to severe damage to all of my organs. I have got 20% left to my body mass because of my year and a half of starvation. It has been a hell of a process trying to get myself back.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys carried me. When I couldn't stand, they carried me. So if you think that they're bad, they're not.
Yeah.
Because they took a woman that was not from here, completely different in every way. And instead of turning me to the wayside or hurting me, they carried me. They kept me alive. So when you come after my people, I'm going to stand for them with everything that I have. Because I have seen more humanity out of the homeless than I have the citizens of this place.
Yeah.
Straight up. So in my eyes, I'll fight for every one of them. Any way I have to.
I think I might head out soon. Is there anyone you want to say hi to? Or
My daughter, I won't say her name because
yeah, I understand.
I love you, baby. I'm here.
Anything else?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. No, I hope that you do something well with this.
Yeah,
And I will be greatly appreciative of it. And I appreciate your time and your help.
Yeah. I really hope it helps.
I hope you learned something. Now help somebody else learn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Handshake.
Oh.